Of course, this is our spoiled one right here. Well guys, hey y'all, welcome back to Red River Living. As you can see behind me right here, we've had some hay delivered already today. We weren't expecting this already. We had done some phone calling around trying to locate some hay, and one of our local farmers right here in Burke, we made a contact with him, and he said yes, he had some extra hay. And since we've turned our cows back out on our hay ground, we knew we was going to need some bales. Anyway, we got in touch with James, and James was hauling today, and he was like, hey, we're moving hay today. If I can bring it today, I want to bring it today. We're moving it. So we went ahead and made a decision and said yes, and we looked up, and they were coming through the gate, and before we could get the video camera out and start a video, they'd already delivered this. So anyway, we're expecting another load. I'm going to get to the tractor in just a minute and go to moving this and getting it stacked and get it out of their way. That's a game changer when it's 109 degrees. So guys, we're fixing to disconnect the bucket right here, and I'm going to go out to the pasture and pick up the hay spike and attach it. What's really nice about this is how this is set up. So all I got to do is trip these levers right here. Now I'll be able to set the bucket down, I'll pull up, and be able to pick the hay spike up from there. So here we're picking up the hay spike, and like I said, with these quick attachments, hey, we're ready to go. We're not going to get the rear spikes, so we're just picking them up and placing them, so I'm going to use the front spike. We're going to leave the bush hog attached to the tractor at this time. Well guys, they just showed back up and dropped our second load off. Right here we got a little footage of that, of how they were hauling it and dumping it off the trailer and everything. We've got it back over here behind us. We're stacking this hay, and when we're stacking it, we're putting it in a long row, putting it end to end, and then trying to get it as tight as we can when we stack it. And that's just to help preserve the hay long as possible. Hopefully, in the, I won't say just near future because it's way too hot, but our plan is eventually to be able to build us a barn and be able to stack this hay inside so we can keep it longer. One of the things I do know, the more you keep it out of the weather, the longer it'll last. And that way, if hey, we go into a drought and we have to carry hay over from year to year, we'll at least have it stacked in and out of the weather right now. Y'all have seen in one of our previous videos where we built the lean-to down in the bottom. We've still got quite a bit of tin left over from that project. So that's some of the tin we might could use to build something with. We've even contemplated going down there and maybe wiring off part of that. A guy I work with, he does some square bale stuff, and it's horse quality hay. Matter of fact, I think they're baling some of that in the field today, but I may talk to him to where we could just have some extra hay on hand just in case for when we go into a drought or we just need it for something else. But anyway, I'm going to get the tractor back out, the TYM tractor back out, and go back to stacking it over here. And right now I'm running it down the middle of the two rows I already had established. It's wide enough. I believe it's going to give us plenty of ventilation still. So, back to work. I'm going to tell you something that's come in real handy while we're moving this hay around. You know, I wasn't too happy with the hydrostatic transmission when I was mowing until I found out about it had cruise control on it. But with moving of this hay with a hydrostatic transmission, I mean, it's literally touch one pedal for forward, one pedal for reverse. And for maneuvering, moving stuff around like this, the hydrostatic transmission really is handy. You're not having to push your clutch in, move it in and out of gears or whatever. So, just one of the nice features to this tractor. As y'all can see right there, when I'm stacking them, that's when I just push them together real tight. The tighter you can get them, hey, that's just less air and weather that affects that bale. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're stacking your hay. Just one of the things that the guy that's cutting this hay for us taught me when I moved hay for the first time. He told me, he said, no, hey, and he let us borrow his tractor to do it with. He said, when you stack it, you be sure and push it together tight. He said, it'd help it keep longer. So it's one of those things I was taught, and I'm just passing it on. Well, guys, we're up here at the front pasture this morning, and I just kind of wanted to give y'all a view of what we kind of got going on here. This is up here at our front part of our pasture. This is where we cut our hay from. But with the drought that we've had this year, we've had to go ahead and move our cows up on here. We got our cutting earlier this year off of this hay patch. We got about 19 bales, but we have about 19 acres up here and all. So what we do, what I have been doing, is since it's so hot and we have no shade up here, I move these cows up here at night in the afternoon late, probably about anywhere from 5 to 7 o'clock in the afternoon. I just kind of watch and see when they come up to the back gate back here. When they come up, then I go open up the gates and we bring them up here to our front pasture. Um, the one thing that we are doing though is we're supplementing them with some feed. Y'all see where we'll be feeding these some cubes, and we use one of our local feed stores here. I say local, it's about 30 miles away. We go down to Kerr Feeds out of Henrietta, Texas, to purchase our feed. And as you can tell, the calves are starting to beller a little bit. I'm surprised us being here at the fence and talking this morning. They all hadn't come up to the fence just yet. But you can see they got their heads down and they're eating. And we're just kind of hoping that this front pasture will hold out until we can get some rain. For the most part, where we keep the cows out during the daytime, their grass is played out. We have water down there for them, so they seem to be holding out pretty good right now. But we are supplementing their feeds, trying to keep some protein in them, and then this allows them to fill their belly up during the night. You hear people gathering their cows up and everything, and we haven't started the other four-wheeler up yet. So Jered pulled up on his four-wheeler, and they don't normally hear that sound, but when we start the other four-wheeler up, I imagine that they're going to start coming up and everything. But I just started calling them up, and you kind of get an idea. Jered's going to pan back to this one's head with his head down. I'm going to holler at it, and we'll see what that does. She recognizes that sound. That means there's food about to happen right there. Let's go. They know who feeds them anyway. They may not know a whole lot, but they sure know who feeds them. Of course, this is our spoilt one right here. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. I'm not going to feed y'all back here in the sun. I'm not feeding y'all back here. Y'all can go to the cow stall for feed. I know it. I know it. I shouldn't have hollered at you right here, should I? Wasn't fair, was it? Do I need to go get your feed? Huh? Do I need to go get your feed?